What's going on, guys? Briar Rabbit here. Today, I got a bit of a ramble. So I like to do this on Fridays, just kind of ramble about some thoughts that were on my mind. And yesterday, we recorded the podcast, and a lot of big issues came up during the podcast. So the first thing I want to talk about is actually the gameplay you're watching here is Iron Banner, and it's the new Clash game mode in Iron Banner. And I wanted to talk a little bit about that. I like it. I know that's not a really popular opinion right now, but I like having any change to the Iron Banner. The Iron Banner's been going on for a full year, and to me, it still feels very much like year one content. And to be honest with you, I was a little bit sick of Iron Banner. You know, I still compete in it because the last two times it's been up, there's been really good rewards. That Nerwin's Mercy that was for sale was spectacular. And this week we got the Heavy Machine Gun that is very good as well. So it's definitely worth getting to rank 5 both last time and this time. So I've been competing in it quite a bit. I think I'm currently about level 4 with my Titan. And I'm going to get up to level 5 and I might continue to play a little bit. But I gotta say, you know, it feels refreshing to have a new game mode. I know that Clash is not the most popular game mode inside of Destiny. It's very much a team deathmatch game mode, which some people love, some people hate. I used to play a ton of team deathmatch in Call of Duty, so to me, it's kind of nice just to get, like, to have a reason to play team deathmatch is kind of nice. And with Control, I had kind of figured out, you know, where all the spawn points were for Control, when the spawns were going to flip, where the big areas of traffic were, where all the people were going to be kind of coming through, where the best sniper areas are, where the best shotgun areas are. And with Clash, I'm kind of relearning a lot of the maps because I haven't played a lot of Clash inside of Destiny. So this has been actually a pretty fun experience for me. And, you know, it's helping my KD out a little bit, I'll be honest with you. You know, you're not forced to stand on control points when you kind of feel uncomfortable about it, when you're in kind of a bad situation, but you're really close to getting that control point out. You know, you were putting yourself out there for some deaths. So with Clash, you know, it's much more about KD. Really, it's the main focus of Clash is to try and get your and your team's KD as high as possible so you get more kills than the other team. And I like that. You know, it's just a pure killing other people game mode, and that can be fun too. Last night on the podcast, Patrick Casey, I thought, brought up a really good point in that a lot of the maps in Destiny don't feel really set up well for team deathmatch or Slayer type modes. They feel much more at home with Control or objective type modes, which I think is a valid point. I think that if Iron Banner is going to switch permanently to a Clash style game mode, they might have to look in the future about setting the maps up better for Clash style play. But I am having fun with it. It does feel refreshing, and I'm glad they made a change. I'm hoping that this change indicates that they're going to actually kind of rotate the playlist for Iron Banner. So we might see some Rift, we might go back to Control, we might see some Clash, we might see Zone Control. You know, we might see all of the 6v6 game modes. I think that would be a lot of fun and always kind of keep the Iron Banner feeling a little bit fresher because the gear this time around seems to be pretty damn good. All right, enough about the Iron Banner. Next, I want to talk about the weapon rebalancing that we saw in last night's weekly update. So this will be coming with the December weekly update, and the major points that I saw were pulse rifles and shotguns both getting nerfed, auto rifles getting a bit of a buff. So I think that the pulse rifles getting nerfed back a little bit is deserved. They really seem to be kind of top dog in the meta right now as far as primaries go. They're too strong. There's no reason to use any other type of weapon. And I think that always is going to be a problem for Destiny when you have one type of gun just dominating. It hurts Destiny because there's so many different types of weapons. Part of the allure of Destiny should be that you can use all sorts of different weapons to different effect. So I like this. I like that the auto rifles are going to make a little bit of a comeback and that the pulse rifles are getting pulled back on a little bit. We talked about shotguns a lot on last night's podcast, the Planet Destiny podcast. And we were kind of like, wow, I can't believe they're completely shutting down shotguns. I got to say, I'm kind of happy about this. I'm okay with shotguns getting like a pretty big nerf. Last night on the podcast, we were kind of like, this seems too severe. It seems heavy-handed. But I played some Iron Banner this morning, and I got to tell you, I was getting pretty pissed off about conspiracy theories and party crashers killing me from across the room with one shot when I thought I should have had plenty of time to take them down with my primary. So right now, I'm feeling like, maybe Destiny just needs a period of time where shotguns aren't the powerful weapons that they are right now. It might be fun just to play with other weapons besides shotguns and snipers. Snipers are going to stay as powerful as they are. In fact, they're getting a bit of a buff to their long range kind of stat. But fusion rifles and sidearms are both getting buffs as well. So it'd be nice if fusion rifles become viable again in the Crucible. I always really enjoyed using them. They feel like one of the most unique weapons in Destiny, and to not have them be a viable weapon really hurts Destiny, in my opinion, because it really feels like one of the most unique weapons in Destiny. Sidearms are also really fun to use, but compared to shotguns, they just don't seem viable. You got to kill it. You got to shoot a guy 3 to 4 times, maybe 5 times with a sidearm, but you die from across the room with one shot from Conspiracy Theory D. So, to me, I'm kind of happy to see this shotgun nerf happening, and it makes me pretty happy. Bungie also mentioned that we're going to start seeing some more exotics. We're going to get 2 Year 1 exotics upgraded to Year 2, which is great news. One of those is the MIDA-MULTITOOL, which I'm really happy about. This just came out on Instagram, Destiny of the Game's Instagram. They mentioned the MIDA-MULTITOOL is making a comeback. I don't know if it's out now or if we have to wait for that December update. But I love that gun. It is one of the most fun guns in Destiny to use. If they don't change it at all, I think it's going to be really fun, because scout rifles, with pulse rifles getting pulled back, I think scout rifles are going to be even more valuable than they are now. And that is just a really fun scout rifle to use. It's got a nice fire rate to it. It kind of blends a good fire rate with good damage potential. And it's really fun because it gives you that extra speed. You can really buzz around the map really quickly. It just makes for a really fun gun to use. So I'm really excited about the MIDA-MULTITOOL making a comeback. I think that's going to really add to my enjoyment in the Crucible. The Crucible is a funny thing. I really enjoy it when it's got a fresh meta, and then that meta kind of gets worn out for me. The pulse rifle meta right now is getting a little boring. Right now it seems like it's pulse rifles and shotguns, with shotguns really taking the lead close range or medium range really, and pulse rifles kind of doing everything else. So this, changing it up, getting a new meta, will really breathe new life into the Destiny multiplayer arena for me, and I always appreciate that. I like that it's coming so fast. It felt like we had the same meta for a very long time, up until the Taken King, but now we're basically getting 3 months of this meta, and then hopefully we see like a major weapon change like every 3 months. I think that would really be fun, because it'd allow players to keep experimenting with different weapons, different styles of play, and I really like that. It really helps keep the game fresh for me. So that's it. I had a lot I wanted to get off my mind today, so luckily I had a long gameplay to do it with. Had some fun today. Thank you guys for watching. Hit the like button if you liked the video. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.